Hey guys, I'm Adam.
I'm Ryan.
And this is Two Neighbors. Ryan, what do we got going on for these lovely people today?
Alright guys, so today we are back to another Canadians React, and this one is Canadians React to 21 things in the US that puzzle most foreigners. And we are most certainly foreigners.
We are foreigners.
We are foreigners when we go to the US.
We are neighbors, but we are foreigners.
Yeah, so 21 things that would puzzle most foreigners in the US. So,
anything that comes to mind?
you know what, there's so many interesting and unique things about our brothers to the south.
Oh, at strip joints, they only do topless.
If they serve alcohol, I think.
I don't know why I think of that.
I know, that's like, it's like of all the things.
This is the one thing I think about.
This is what Canadians think about it.
Well, no, because we've seen some comments down below where people are like, oh yeah, I love going to Quebec, you know, from across the States, because like, you know, you can do certain things and it's not just a topless bar.
It is full nude in Canada.
So full nude in Canada. You see the full beaver.
Yeah, the full kids like, what do you do in Canada? It's like, saw some Canadian beavers. Like,
saw some beaver.
So, today's video is sponsored by the Canadian Tourism Industry. No, I'm just kidding. Can you imagine?
That'd be
They're
cool.
like, okay, yeah, you know what? End of sponsorship.
Imagine if we were sponsored by Canadian Tourism. That'd be pretty awesome.
That would be cool.
But no, guys, we are actually sponsored by ocanaswag.com. If you want some cool Canadian swag, check out okanaswag.com, and since you watch Two Neighbors, you can get 20% off when you punch in Two Neighbors in the coupon section at the at the checkout section. And also you get free shipping and pay no tax. So jump on some of that swag. They have some lovely designs.
Very cool stuff, and very comfortable too.
Very comfortable.
Yeah, I get a lot of comments when I wear my stuff.
My fiance lives in her hoodies.
Yeah.
And so do I. So definitely great clothes for COVID wear.
Yeah. And when we go out in public again.
Yeah.
All right.
Without further ado.
Well, you may have lived in the United States your whole life without realizing that something totally normal for you seems bizarre to people from other parts of the world. Who knew that munching on fried pickles in a highly air-conditioned room was so outlandish? Well, here are some other highly entertaining Americanisms I've gathered.
All right.
Let's count it down from number 21. Sales tax is a guessing game.
Yes.
When you go shopping in the U.S. and see a price tag that says $14.88, don't expect to pay $14.88 at the register. Sales tax is not included in the price of an item.
Same in Canada.
Since this tax can vary from state to state.
Yeah, exactly.
Figuring out your total
Some
can
don't have
turn
sales
into the
tax.
ultimate mental math challenge. In many European countries, the sales tax is already included in the price. It's known as a value-added tax, or VAT. Number 20. We're total workaholics. A lot of Americans don't feel the need to take long vacations, so they often let vacation and sick hours pile up without ever using them. Plus, most employers only give you 2 weeks out of the year. But in a lot of other countries, like Brazil or Finland, workers are encouraged to take an average of 30 days of
higher
vacation.
efficiency, better working.
Maybe I should take some time off. Or perhaps I'll just keep waiting. 19. It's not a party without red Solo cups. In the States, this red plastic cup is synonymous with party on, dude.
We got
Flip
those
cup.
too.
Other countries
Flip
apparently don't recognize this cup to mean
Beer
the
pong.
same thing. People in the UK, for example, don't use red Solo cups at get-togethers.
What do you
They
do for
have to
flip
go to a
cups?
special website to purchase the cups for American-themed parties.
Oh, that's so funny.
Number 18. Deep-fried everything. Whether it's fried pickles or even fried Oreos, America has it all. Fried fish recipes first appeared in Spanish and Portuguese cookbooks as far back as the 1200s, and the Greeks were frying food in olive oil way back in the 5th century BCE. But as America does with many things, they've adopted a tradition from far-off lands and took it up a notch. Or 5.
Or
17. Get everything you need right at the pharmacy. If you're not from the U.S., it may be puzzling to walk into a pharmacy and see aisles and aisles of over-the-counter meds, toys, makeup, clothes, and even groceries. Unlike in other countries where pharmacies sell medicine and medical supplies exclusively, The ones in the US are like small convenience stores where you can grab
Similar to
magazines,
Canada.
Tylenol, and a frozen pizza in one fell swoop. 16. Fill her up. In America, if a restaurant doesn't offer free refills on fountain drinks, it's kind of strange. But in other countries, once you buy one beverage, that's it. France banned refills on sugary sodas back in 2017 in order to combat the current obesity epidemic.
Yeah.
But in the US, the idea of free refills is still alive and well.
Yep, very much
15. If you don't like it, return it. Whether it's an ugly sweater from grandma or a heinous pair of earrings from an ex, if you don't like it, you can just return it. In America, making returns at stores is pretty normal and super easy. I mean, the US
That's
even
such
has a
an interesting
National Returns
one.
Day in January, conveniently held for you to return holiday gifts you weren't too thrilled
Returns
about.
Day.
14. Tips for everyone. Cab
That's
drivers,
Canadian
servers,
too.
hairdressers,
And
you
you
gotta
should.
tip them.
Yeah, but
Tips
Americans
are
are
acceptable for
extra
almost any
generous
service in the
when
US,
it comes to tipping.
and sometimes consist of
than
25% of the bill. We haven't started tipping surgeons yet, but there are places
bad
in
idea.
other
No, they
parts
gotta
of the
pay for
world,
it first.
such as Japan, that consider tipping incredibly rude, like in restaurants. When you travel to different countries, it's important to learn their tipping etiquette so that you don't offend anyone. 13. I'll take my coffee to go. With a Starbucks on every corner, it's very normal to see people toting around a coffee as they shop, commute to work, and whatever else at all times of the day. But in many parts of the world, coffee is meant to be sipped on while seated and enjoying the paper or chatting with friends. Tugging your coffee along with you
European
throughout
way.
the day might be due to the fact that the cups are huge and take longer to drink. Who's got that kind of time to be sitting in a cafe for hours? Sounds like fun to me. Number 12. The land of ice-cold drinks. Now, speaking of drinks, if it's not a hot coffee or cocoa, then it's probably got ice in it. Tea, coffee, lemonade, soda, water. Americans like it on the rocks. If you go elsewhere in the world, odds are you'll be sipping your soda at room temperature, or maybe slightly refrigerated, if you don't specifically ask for on.
With the states on that one.
I went
Number
to States on
11.
that one.
Keeping the
Colder the
AC
better.
on at all times. Americans must have an aversion to being hot. In many parts of Europe, people simply don't use air conditioning as much as they do in the States. Here, it's expected to always have the AC blaring, and a lot of visitors find it pretty strange and quite chilly. But come on, it makes sense. If you're cold, you can layer up. If you're hot, all you can do is suffer and complain about
I
it.
found when I lived in Australia,
Number 10.
Aussies do that too. They
Looking at
pump the
dollars
AC, or they
is
call
a
it
snooze
aircon.
fest.
Aircon?
Aircon.
I remember going to Europe for the first time and thinking their banknotes looked like Monopoly money. And I guess a lot of countries have bills of different colors and sizes depending on the value, like
do.
Swedish krona and Russian rubles. But not in the US. It's all greenbacks, baby.
Canadian money here.
Sure, 10s look a little
also my last
yellowy,
20, so
50s
don't
are kind of pinkish, and Benjamins seem bluer than the others. But still, US dollars definitely aren't as fun and rainbowy as other currencies.
Rainbowy.
Number 9. Giving a thumbs up. In America, even little kids know a thumbs up means good job, way to go.
Give us a thumbs
or
up.
anything
Thumbs up,
positive
yeah.
like
While we're
that.
on that topic,
But
thumbs
if
up,
you travel
guys.
to Greece or the Middle East and give this common American gesture, you probably won't make too many friends. Hey, how about giving this video a thumbs up for the useful tip?
Ah, he did it too.
Number 8. The date writing conundrum. So
yeah,
many
the backwards
visitors to
dates.
the U.S. get really confused by the month-day year
Yeah.
thing, because most parts of the world write the day, then the month, then finally the year.
Which makes sense.
There's no clear historical reason why the U.S. insists on writing the day differently, but we just do. Number 7. Pre-baby baby showers. Many cultures celebrate a new baby coming into the world, but America is one of the few places that does this before the baby
America
actually gets
comes
here.
up
Canada.
with, yeah, I
In
mean,
East
Canada's
Asian
guilty of
countries,
this
for
too, but they
instance,
come up with
celebrations for a
anything to
new
celebrate
baby are
anything
held
to
once the
sell
baby is
anything.
born, as doing otherwise is seen as bad luck. Number 6, where how are
Gender
you
reveal
means
parties.
hello.
Oh, God.
Sure, people ask each other how they're doing in other countries, but Americans often use this phrase as a replacement for hey or hello. It doesn't even require a real response. people just answer with, "Fine, thanks," even if they're in a horrible mood or had a terrible day. Number 5.
So it's a useless
Bathroom
comment.
stalls that aren't so private. Don't like doing your business in front of complete strangers? Americans don't either, of course, but the fact that bathroom stall doors often reveal as much as your entire lower leg seems to say otherwise.
I never thought about that.
Reason as to why there's this big gap in public
I like a
bathroom
nice
stalls.
private bathroom.
Of course you
Many
do.
guess
Yeah.
it's for safety reasons or ventilation. Just saying. Number 4. No one uses their inside voice. A lot of my friends who are visiting or moved to the U.S. tell me that locals speak so loud compared to other countries. Whether it's talking on your cell phone or chatting with a friend over lunch, Americans seem to really like projecting their voice. I don't know.
And Canadians are
Maybe we
much more
just want to
quiet.
make sure we're heard.
Yeah, unless you're at a
Number
hockey
3.
game.
Oh yeah, that's
It's
a
all
different.
about choices. Walk into any grocery store aisle and you'll notice at least 10 different options for cookies, crackers, or cereal.
I love U.S.
People in the
grocery.
UK
Selection
don't have
of
these many options
selection
for
of
food.
products.
And
Absolutely.
you'll almost
Stuff you can't
never
get in
find
Canada.
anything
Yeah.
in grape flavor there. Number 2, hopping into the back seat of a cab. When getting into a cab, it's customary in the States to scoot on into the back seat. But in countries like New Zealand and Australia, riding anywhere but shotgun can be a little rude.
Really?
Yeah, that is actually
That
true.
classic American
I
smile.
made that mistake.
In the U.S., people aren't afraid to be nice and show their pearly whites all the time. And according
If you
to a
have your teeth.
2015 study at Brown University, because America has always been a very diverse country, it forced people to smile at each other more since they couldn't always communicate with language.
Salami.
That's just one more historical
that's so
theory
wrong.
Salami.
as to why Americans tend to smile more than people in other places do.
Guten Tag.
Or maybe we're just, friendlier. Whether you're from the U.S. or not, can you add any more strange Americanisms to the list? Let me know down in the comments. If you learned something new today, then give this video a like, share it with a
Thank
friend,
you.
and here are some more cool videos to check out from
Well,
the bright side
guys,
of life.
I have to agree with a few of those. I'm kind of curious. What were some of the earlier ones there that we talked about?
So, yeah, I mean, there were some that I did find some similarities to Canada. That I think, Canada and the U.S. are fairly similar with a lot of like customs and behaviors. Some of the things that I can point out that most certainly were on here. In Canada, like we communicate certain things differently. Couple trips, like at first I thought like I was maybe just running into some rude people because in Canada we say thank you a lot. We say please and thank you a lot, which they do in the States, but in Canada, if I said, Adam, thank you, Adam would typically respond with, you're welcome, or something like that. I was getting a lot, when I would say thank you in the States, I would get, sure.
Yeah, sure,
Or
or
or sure.
Yeah.
And to me, like, initially that came across as being really rude. Like, I'd be like, oh, thank you so much. And they go,
God,
or
such high expectations,
sure.
Brian.
And like, when you hear sure as a Canadian, like, it's like, oh, thank you so much for that. Sure. That's like, for us to say that would be kind of rude. That would be us
short.
like,
It's being short.
yeah, that would be us being sarcastic. So if you said, thank you to a Canadian, Canadian's like, sure, that would be rude.
Yeah.
So that was one thing. The other thing that I found, which was interesting, and it's not really like, I had a little bit of a cultural divide. Just just south of the Canadian border, near Buffalo, there is a place, North Tonawanda, New York, and I used to race nearby there, and it was my first experience going in to get a breakfast in like a sit-down diner. I never forgot this because I ordered like just regular breakfast, bacon and eggs, and it was like a greasy spoon little diner, bacon and eggs, looking for it.
I want Denny's right now.
Yeah, it wasn't a Denny's, but it was like similar
Something like
style.
that.
And the lady there, I never forgot this. I ordered the breakfast, and she's like, "You want gravy on it?" And I said, "Like on what?" Meaning, like I'm thinking, what did I order that you would put gravy on? And as soon as I said what, she like stared at me. She's like, "On your breakfast." She's like, on your breakfast. So I'm like, when in Rome, I'm like, sure.
Oh, yeah.
So literally, like, I had bacon, eggs. There was some home fries there, but I got that white, the white gravy
Yeah.
on everything.
And it was good?
It was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't
fries
bad,
and
but
my cheese curds.
it was literally on. It was even on the bacon and stuff, like, and it was on the eggs, and it
Yeah.
was like on everything. So maybe that's like I don't know. I can't speak for the rest of the U.S., but I found that just as Canadian, that was weird. We don't put like gravy on anything breakfast related, really. that I can think of.
Not that I can think of, no. One of the things that I noticed, the sales tax in the U.S. is so different in every state that you go to. It's quite confusing. I'm all about like the Australian way. When I lived there, if you go into a store, whatever price you see on that item, I guess they pointed out that it's European, on that item, that's what you pay for it and leave. Just put it in the goddamn price of the item. Forget the math. Make it very easy for the consumer just to buy it and go on with their life knowing that they have the exact amount of money to pay for that item.
It's very confusing, especially grocery shopping in Canada, where some things are tax exempt and other things aren't. So if you're trying to ball out on a budget and you go to the grocery store and you're like, I want to try to get out of here for $80 or $100, you have to do some major guesstimating because some things are going to be taxed and other things aren't. But I totally agree with you, like the European way.
You know what I thought of?
What?
Okay, Swag. If you go onto their site right now, whatever the price is, that's what you pay. Actually, even less.
There you go.
So, because they include the shipping, you get 20% off whatever the price is on the site, and you pay no tax. So you're gonna pay less than what you see on that site to have it delivered to your door. So check out okanaswag.com for some sick Canadian swag. I love it. He loves it. You guys will love it too. And Ryan, what else should these lovely people do?
Like, share, and subscribe. And guys, no matter where you are in the world, we love learning about different places around the world, whether it is our brothers/sisters to the south or anywhere in the world. So
across the pond.
Across the pond. Send us some different stuff from whatever country you're from, like cool videos like this or whatever. This one was from Brightside. That's the name of their channel. We've done a few by Brightside.
Yep.
I think they're an awesome channel. So if you haven't checked them out, guys, check out Brightside. Subscribe to them because they're a very cool channel.
Yeah.
And,
we love to learn here on Two Neighbors. So send us stuff like this so that we can learn about other countries and a little bit more about your culture and how you guys do things.
It's not just all Aussie comics talking about prostitutes and stuff here. It's everything we learn here and stuff. Or Bill Burr telling you how to get out of an engagement or whatever.
Whatever it may be. Did we tell them like, share, and subscribe?
I think so.
Yeah, like, share, and subscribe.
And
And we will see you next time, guys.
Later, guys.